Hey AfterBuzz TV fans, I'm here at RTX with Caiti Ward. How are you doing today?
I am a little bit caffeinated, to be perfectly honest with you. How are you doing?
I need to be a little bit caffeinated at this point. It's
Sending
been
it your way.
just wafting the caffeine over here. So I'd like to talk a little bit about RWBY. You are the voice of Velvet Scarlatina, who is at this point a fan favorite. People adore her.
Yeah, it's I think the reason that she was so widely accepted by the community was because she came from the community. So it was like Monty a few years ago, maybe it was last year. I've lost track of time, especially in this like twilight zone we're in right now. But Monty thought it would be a really, really fun idea to put it to the community to design Velvet's costume, to design her fighting outfit. And people came back. We had thousands and thousands and thousands of submissions that we had to go through, and it was heartbreaking, but also like, man, people are talented. They're so crazy talented. But we ended up narrowing it down. But it was this big interactive thing where the community got to dress her, and being from the community myself, I got to play her. So I think that's why people can, why they respond so well to her. I hope.
And what spoke to you about the design you chose?
So it kind of actually was very much, I sort of was like, Monty, this is the best one, Monty. But you know what? I guess I kind of had something in mind for what I believed Velvet was. She's kind of, she's not timid. People associate her being a rabbit with being timid, but I don't think that's the case. I think she's more kind of just like a pacifist, where she understands that she has extraordinary abilities and that she plays a role in this universe, and she's accepted that, but she would rather not use those if she doesn't have to. She would rather everybody just get along and everything is great. And so I didn't want anything that was, me personally, I didn't want anything that was like really gear heavy like Coco, who's just like, I'm here to party and you all know what's up. You know, so I think it was the subtlety, it was so different, and I just thought it would be a really fun thing for people to cosplay as. So I also kind of liked, the original design was like a teal, aquary kind of color, but they changed it to brown to be more like Velvet. But I just really liked I just loved it. I just really liked it a lot.
Well, it's super cute.
I think so, yeah, definitely.
Now, I have to ask because we all want to know, what's in the box?
Well, we actually managed to get our hands on the rabbit from Monty Python. So, but that's a secret. You can't tell anyone. No, oh my gosh, I would love to tell people what it is, but I think that honestly, at this point, the build-up is so real, the hype is so real that it's just going to be way better for people to see it for themselves. Definitely.
Especially with the tease at the end of the second season.
Yeah, that was rough. I'm sorry. I was actually at a convention in Australia when that aired, and so I had people coming up to me going, I hadn't seen it at this point, and I had people coming up to me going, that was unfair. How could you do that to me? And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm right there with you. So...
Now, where did you get the inspiration for Velvet's voice? What are you drawing on for that?
My accent, you know, I haven't had enough, she hasn't had enough dialogue yet for me to really establish something for her. I mean, Matt, who plays Sarge in Red vs. Blue, has talked about how when he originally played Sarge, it took such a toll on his voice that he had to really, manipulate it and change it so that it would still sound like Sarge, but it wouldn't affect his vocals so much, and he wouldn't be like dying the next day. So I haven't really had a chance to develop that yet, but at this stage it's really just like I mean really Monty was like, this is kind of you know, so which is every voice actor's dream, right? To be like, just be you, just do you. It's like a Bob's Burgers, and you know, what's his name, John? No, what's the dude's name from Bob's Burgers? And
I don't know off the top of my head.
Well, H. John Benjamin. It's like him, right? He's just, his voice is so great, he can just play himself. It's like any voice actor's dream. But yeah, so I haven't had enough time. But me, I'm the answer.
Me is a good inspiration, I think.
Yes. Sorry.
No, that's perfect. So we've had the announcement for RTX Australia. Mm-hmm. Did you have a role in that? Did you pitch it? Do you know anything that's coming up for that?
The answer to all of those questions is no. The role that I may have inadvertently played in it was Rooteeth, which is the Australian fan group over there. So,
And you established Rooteeth, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have a convention in Australia called Supernova, which is actually partnering with RWBY to create Rooster Teeth Australia, or RTX Australia, excuse me. So I really wanted to hang out with people from the site, and I decided, like, hey, why don't we come off the farms and meet in real life? And I didn't realize, but we had about 30 people show up. So I was coordinating from this farm thread on the Rooster Teeth site many years ago. Maybe it might have been 6 years. I want to say 6 years ago. And yeah, we all just met up at this convention, at this Supernova convention in Sydney, Australia. And I asked them, hey, if we have a fan event, like, what should we call it? And we were just thinking of names and just being silly, and it actually turned into something. And so we had our first event, RTX, which was a few months later, and then every year after that, which was a big fan event. And it just grew and grew and grew to the point where now we have like little satellite, not offices, but little satellite communities in every state of Australia, and they have their own gatherings, and we have thousands of people in a group. So, yeah,
That is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it just blew up.
So RTX, wow, RTX Australia will be a good place to bring them together then.
Yes, definitely. So a really good place. One of the challenges of being a volunteer event coordinator, essentially, for fan events like that, is finding a venue that you can utilize for not a whole lot of money, because it's difficult when you're not a business to book out a venue and to pay for things. So to have a convention that is solely Rooster Teeth related in Australia is just, I mean, the people there are so excited, so excited. And a lot of Australians actually came here as like a way to promote it, be like, hey, we're really cool people, you should come. So, which is just, Australians are so nice. And I'm not just like, hey, I'm the nicest person in the world. Like, Australians, and not me, but them, are really kind people. And I'm just so excited that they're getting this as a reward for how hard they've worked in the community.
Now, back to Velvet for a moment. Is there anything about the character that we haven't seen that you would like the audience to know?
I think that she's tough. She is tough. And I know that I said, she's kind of a pacifist and that she doesn't want to fight, but she can. She's a strong woman, and she doesn't take it from people. And I think personally that she is very, very loyal, extremely loyal, and kind, and yeah, so I'm excited for people to see that she's not, it's not like, oh, let's pick on Velvet, she's funny. It's like, no, she will kick your ass. So, but yeah.
You think we'll get a chance to see that in Volume 3 with the tournament?
I hope so. It's early days, but yeah, I'm really hoping that people get to see more of her, because I do think, like I said, that she belongs to the community, and I think it's really a homage to her that they get to see more of her.
And where would you like to see her development go? What would you like to see her do?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I think I would probably like to see her kind of be the segue to the faunus, to the people who are underrepresented, the minorities, I suppose. I know that Blake, being a faunus as well, she's kind of that way, but I think her storyline is kind of going more to the White Fang and her kind of time with them. But I think that I would like to maybe see hers be the real struggles of just trying to just be like everybody else, and how that was just really tough, and see her kind of fight for those rights and do it in a very kind and compassionate, and let's sit down and talk about this, or you don't want to listen, okay, bye, I'm gonna kick your butt kind of way, if that makes any sense. But
Pacifist to a point.
yes. Yes.
All right, well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.